Good day everyone, my name is Carol Maidanan and our topic for today is about types of assessment. There are three types of assessment, namely observation checklist, anecdotal record, and portfolio assessment. The first type of assessment is observation checklist. It is a set of questions that assist an observer evaluate the performance and behavior of an individual's skills. A teacher and classroom observation checklist helps an observer to identify skill gaps and problem areas to further improve teaching strategies, classroom settings, and student learning development. Teacher observation checklists. A teacher observation checklist is used by school administrators to evaluate the overall performance and teaching strategy of the educator. Common observation checklist items include conduct an observation check on different key areas such as planning, teaching, techniques, and student-teacher relationships. Add detailed notes or comments. Third, add comments and recommendations. And lastly, complete the checklist by capturing electronic signatures of the instructor and observer.
A pleasant afternoon to each and everyone, especially to you, Mom. I am Gladys B. Saliling, and I am tasked to report about the anecdotal record. So, what is anecdotal record? So, anecdotal record is like a short story that educators use to record a significant incident that they have observed. And also, an anecdotal record can be defined as a collection of notes about a particular behavior, individual, or group taken by an observer during an observation or a series of observations. Anecdotal record also have a characteristic, and these are first, simple reports of behavior. Second, result of direct observation. Third, accurate and specific. Fourth, gives context of child's behavior. And last is record unusual and typical behaviors.
There are three purposes of anecdotal record. First is the teacher is able to understand his or her pupil in a realistic manner. Second, it provides an opportunity for healthy pupil-teacher relationship. Lastly, it can be maintained in the areas of behavior that cannot be evaluated. There are 5 items in anecdotal record. The first part of an anecdotal record should be factual, simple, and clear. Second is name of the students. The third is the unit, ward, or the department. Fourth is date and time. And lastly, it is a brief report of what happened. Also, there are advantages and disadvantages of anecdotal record. The first is the advantage of anecdotal record. The advantage is needs no special training, use of formative feedback, open-ended and can catch unexpected events, easy to develop. And the disadvantages of anecdotal record is if carelessly recorded, the purpose will not be fulfilled. Incidents can be taken out of context. It can be subjectively recorded. Difficulty in scoring. Limited application. The uses of anecdotal record is namely record unusual events such as accidents and record children's behavior, skills, and interest for planning purposes. The second type of assessment is a portfolio assessment. It is a collection of work often gathered over a long period of time to reflect what you have been taught as well as what you have learned. Each piece in the portfolio is selected because it is an authentic representation of what you have learned and is meant to demonstrate your current knowledge and skills. A portfolio by nature is a storybook capturing a student's progression of learning as they move through the year. So, what goes into a portfolio? A portfolio can include classwork, artistic pieces, photographs, and a variety of other media, all demonstrating the concept that you have mastered. Each item that is selected to go in the portfolio is chosen with the parameters of the purpose of the portfolio itself. Many teachers require their students to write a reflection that correlates with each piece in the portfolio. This practice is advantageous for the student as they self-assess their work and may set goals to improve. Finally, the reflection helps reinforce the concept for the student and it provides some clarity for anyone reviewing the portfolio. You may ask, what is the purpose of developing a portfolio? Developing a portfolio, it can indicate the true abilities of a student, especially when you compare it to a standardized test that provides a snapshot of what student can do on a particular day. Ultimately, the teacher guiding the portfolio process helps determine the purpose of the final portfolio. The portfolio may be used to show growth over time. It may be used to promote a student's abilities, or it may be used to evaluate a student's learning within a specific course. Its purpose may also be a combination of all three areas. Lastly, there are pros and cons of using a portfolio assessment. First is the pros of using a portfolio assessment. A portfolio assessment demonstrates learning over the course of time rather than what a students know a particular day. A portfolio assessment provides an opportunity for a student to reflect on their learning, to self-assess, and to formulate a deeper understanding of the concepts they are learning beyond a simple surface explanation. And lastly, a portfolio assessment requires a great level of individual interaction between the student and teacher wherein they are always collaborating about the requirements and components going into the portfolio. And let's move on to the cons of using a portfolio assessment. First is developing and assessing a portfolio is a time-consuming. It takes a lot of effort from both the teacher and the student and is a demanding endeavor in which you can quickly fall behind. Second, portfolio assessments are very subjective in nature. Even if the teacher utilizes a rubric, the individualized nature of a portfolio makes it difficult to remain objective and stick to the rubric. Two students working on the same learning standard may have two totally different approaches, thus learning may not be the same. That's all. Thank you.